first of the month. I'm Sharon from Bluebell Creations, and today we are touching base for month 7 of the Galaxy So Long and the Galaxy block of the month. So as per normal, we'll take a quick look at what is in your package this month. So you'll have your envelope with your papers required for this month, and in that you will find your double-sided printed card showing you which blocks we are making this month. So this month is another 2.5 block month plus our 4 filler hexagons that we need to make. So if we flip the card over, we can see the names of the fabrics we're playing with this month. So you should have 1/2 yard of the Dear John in the glow print. So this is the same print that we played with back in month 1. It's just a different colorway. We also have, in our tiny stripes, we have Aster and Petal. And then in our tiny dots, we have the Bluebell. Still loving this blue color. And we have our Thistle. You'll also have your dots and your solids for your filler pieces. So that's everything that should be in your parcel this month. I'm also going to do things a little bit different this month. In month 1, I showed you where to lay the templates to get all your fussy cuts, and I showed you all the different fussy cuts that we could get for this print. So I'm going to recommend, if you need to, go back and revisit the month 1 video as to what fussy cuts we can get from this fabric. In the meantime, I will jump forward and I will show you the fussy cuts that we are using in our blocks. So this is our 1/2 block. So we're using this gorgeous flower and getting our citrus burst of color in the center. So that's going to be our 1/2 block. This is going to be the block that's going to have our light purple stripe around it. So that's really pretty. I so love this print. We don't get a lot of yellow in Tula pink fabrics. So when we see it, it's a time to really embrace it and enjoy it. And that's the center for our other full block this month. So in addition to that, I have been and cut some of the other centers from my 1/2 meter piece of fabric. So this is another one I was also able to achieve. So again, this is the little daisies that appear above the deer's head. So we've got the deer here, and you can see these daisies. That's where that one's been cut from. Let's just move these a little bit. And the one's going in our blocks. This is additional one. This one you're actually going to see appear in my stash Galaxy quilt. I've got a really citrusy, limey green in there that doesn't have a center yet, so that's going to be stitched into there. Here's another one of our fussy cuts for this month. Now this is very similar. Like I said, we also played with this fabric in month 1 in the other colorway. So here it is, the block we made in month 1 and the center in the different colorway. So equally as pretty, just got that citrus pop of yellow, which I absolutely love. So you can see I've chosen to put different centers in these blocks over the month. So instead of repeating the center, we got different centers. Okay, next up we have this gorgeous one. Isn't it pretty? Just the pops of the pinks with the Bluebell, and it's just gorgeous. And the yellow again, can't go wrong with this yellow. And then the deer print. I had to go fussy cut another deer print. So if you remember back to month 1, we fussy cut a deer print. So that's our month 1 block. And this is something almost identical, not quite. This one I captured the teal in the center to give a bit of movement, where this one here I've pushed it further out so that we don't get the green. I wanted to keep more of the pink in the center of this one and not overwhelm it with too much green. So they're the blocks there. So it's the ones we made in month 1, and those 2.5 at the top are the ones we're using in this month. These 3 are going into secret sewing. This one here, like I said, is going to my other Galaxy block, so it'll appear on my social media feed at some time. So I'm going to go away now. I'm going to prep my filler pieces, my Sims and my kites and my double kites, and I'll pop back and show you the blocks when I'm finished. Okay, thought I'd also give you a quick look at what is left of my 1/2 metre after cutting the 4 6.5 blocks or 6.5 fussy cut centres this month. So this whole bit's out of here. So we're coming down to here. Where's my end? Down to there. So as you can see, I've still got heaps of bits left. I can come in and fussy cut more deers, more flowers, heaps more opportunities to come in and play with. So this fabric, I get asked a lot, what do I do once my fabric starts looking like Swiss cheese? I have one of two options. If I know I'm going to be fussy cutting this soonish, I could bundle it up, like fold it up, and then grab what I've got in my stash, which is wrapped around a comic board, and I would just slide it in there. So, and then put that back on my shelf. Then next time I come to pull this fabric out to fussy cut, I've got this piece that I will look to fussy cut from first. Alternatively, this just gets folded up or screwed up and thrown in my Tula pink scrap basket, and it's just there for later on to play with. So there you go, that's what's left of mine after those blocks I've just showed you. So yeah, don't throw it away. Don't, yeah, just put it away for another project at a later date. And there are the finished blocks for month 7. So I've, as per normal, duplicated the blocks that are on our handout. So this is our first one. Our second one. Well, absolutely loving the colours this month and the fabric we're playing with. And that's our 1/2 block. So it's just those and your 4 joiner hexagons. If you're not up to date with those, I strongly recommend that you try and stitch a couple extra to get up to date so that you're not left sewing those all at the end. Again, housekeeping, put your leftover papers in the same spot you've been placing your previous months, because we will need a few of those to finish off the quilt in month 12. So there you go, month 7 done, and a few extras. I'm now going to go sew that one for my other second version, my stash version of my Galaxy quilt. And I will see you next month. Happy stitching.